Shane here, about to make it happen with Kirsten Perry. We're going to kind of talk a little bit about a 12-month goal that we had in place. We're going to talk about the conference that we met. We're going to talk about the awards that you wanted to win and achieve, and how we set those day-to-day goals to get to that end game, and how easy it became with just 8 simple steps. I met this young lady a long time ago. She was actually 16,
Yes.
and she was at an event, and, I saw something in here. We spoke a little bit. It's interesting. She was competing for some awards, and she was up for these awards, and she had gone after this one specific title she wanted so bad for 7 years. And that year she lost, and she was in second place. She stepped off the stage. She walked up to me and she goes, "I have to win this. I want this so bad, and I need to work with you." I said, "Okay." And we started the very next day, and she had 1 full year to prepare. And there's a lot of things that we worked on: mindset, positivity, confidence, public speaking, just overall stage presence. I mean, we went over so many different things, health and nutrition. And she came back the next year. I mean, hands down, there was no question who was winning the award, because she was just so confident. She did not come to compete for that award. She came to pick it up.
You saw something in me that others didn't. And from you watching me over the years and seeing each time I progress every time, and me coming to you, like seeing like how bad I wanted it, and knowing that you were going to be the one that could push me to that next level.
When I say that we started the next day, I mean, the very next morning I said, well, this is it, and this is what we're going to make happen. Everything I asked Kirsten to do, she did. So instead of wasting her time and settling for the people that were coming to talk to her, she approached me. So she was 16 years old. So she waited so long until finally she just hit that spot, like, what am I doing? And she said, I got to go talk to him. And she did. And she took down that title. Now, through this process, we've had a lot of personal conversations, right? She's a mommy, and she had some personal loss in her life as well, which was pretty tough. And those were a lot of obstacles that you had gone through. Now we're working on that next stage in the success of her own life. And we've identified the mindset that she wants to have. We've identified the changes that you want to make and what she needs to change in order to get what she wants, right?
Absolutely.
Now we have all these obstacles in front of us that we're just slowly knocking down one at a time. So some of the things I told you can't do anymore, and some of the people you have to remove from your life.
Right.
Tell me what that felt like and why you were so willing to do it.
I think as you get older, you learn that certain people walk in and out of your life, whether it's them teaching you a lesson in life or them being a positive influence on your life. Yeah, it's not easy, especially if someone's your best friend and that's someone you can confide to and talk to. But as I gotten older, I learned that, it's time to just let certain people go. And we've always had talks where certain things would bother me, and I could always go to him and confide to him. And he has always been like, I can see that maybe that's negativity that doesn't need to be in your life. You're such a humble person. You're such a good person. And you don't need to surround yourself by people like that.
And yes, and ultimately when I started identifying not just people, by the way, habits, hobbies, right? Hobbies you've had since you were a little baby girl, right?
Yeah.
And I said, you have to remove these things. I know that was difficult. I see in your face, and she's like, man, am I going to be able to do this? And you made that final decision. How difficult was that for you?
Very difficult, especially something I've been doing all my life. But I learned that as I'm getting older, that a career base is what I really need to focus on, and what is going to get me and make me successful in life.
Yeah. So once we identified that career path, she went all in, so now she's taken the course, she's taken these additional steps, and she's taking the opportunities. And, she had a really big opportunity presented through one of my networking events, right? You came out, it was a huge event that I was hosting. And somebody presented with an amazing opportunity. And unfortunately, what did you decide to do?
Something else got in the way, and I look back and regret it, but it's lessons learned. I had activities in the way that ended up being distractions. So I wasn't focused on what was going to be successful, and I got distracted by that.
And what I find amazing, right, is that she didn't give up. She continued to push. She didn't take that first chance at that opportunity. And a lot of times they don't come. So that opportunity is not coming back. That opportunity was just presented and given. It was found, right? So now that she realized that it doesn't happen often, she says, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to go back. I'm going to fight for it. And I'm going to get it. And that's what we're doing. So we set a 12-month goal that we started on right away that you're doing very well with, identifying people, identifying hobbies and habits that are not successful. And we're moving daily towards that goal. So those daily goals that all add up to that end game, right, I think are extremely important for you. So when we say 12 months away, it seems so far, right? It seems so far away. So how do the daily goals that we set help you with that timeline? Knowing it's such a far reach, but in reality, it's only 12 months. On a daily basis, with a daily goal, does it make things easier to get long-term?
I think in anything that you got to take it day by day. And if it's something you want and something you aim for, you're going to strive for it. You're not going to stop.
And again, you just can't stop. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't make it happen for yourself, no one else is going to do it. If you don't want it more than everyone else, the person that does want it more will take it from you. And that really applies to anything in life. So if you want a friendship, you want a relationship, you want to have a business, you want that new car, it doesn't make a difference. If you want it more than the next person, you will go and take it.
Shane is not a person that's going to change you. He's going to make you better and show you what you're good at your fullest potential. He's going to push you, and he wants to just see people successful in life. He's just a caring person.
So it's 8 simple steps to make that year much, much easier to deal with. So if you want those 8 simple steps for free, Kirsten, what should they do?
If you want those 8 simple steps in conference, be sure to click the link in the bio.